Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel, Sofia Bulgaria. My name is Pat, or you can check out my website, www.sofiaarbost.com, where I have quite a lot of blog posts up there now, and it's just stories about my time. A guy just packed a bag and just came to Sofia, Bulgaria, and the ups and the downs, and a bit of adventure here and there, hopefully. So I've done two blogs, or two vlogs I think they're called, videos where I've explained just some interesting places here in Sofia, and today I just want to do something different. I'm just going to show you my apartment where I live in Sofia, because I think a lot of people actually think it's really difficult to go to a new place and a new country and arrange a new apartment. I don't think it's that difficult at all. It's like, I've done it a couple of times now, and you know, it's just like moving in your own city. It depends on what you're bringing, you know. I tend to travel light. So just going to take a look at my apartment here in Sofia. So the first thing I need to make you aware, I need to walk up 104 steps every time I want to go to my apartment. There's no lift or elevator here. I think that's a hang up from the communist days. So I can see there's actually a place where the elevator should be, but I just don't think there's the money there to do it, you know. So it's 104 steps up, 104 steps down. So when I want to go for a pint, there's a big battle in my head, but I usually go. But as I said, it's reflected in the price of the apartment. So I'm just going to show you. That is my neighbour's door. I've never seen him or anyone else in the building in 2 weeks. That's really weird, because I know there has to be people here, because it's a really good area where I am. So as I said, that door wouldn't invite you in, really. And my own door is not that very inviting either. But I said these buildings were made during the communist period, so that's maybe why. So we'll just take a look as we go in to my apartment. The first thing I have is like an area where I can just like throw my bag. As I said, I really just kind of travel with just one bag really, and a laptop. So I travel light, so this is just a place where I can just store stuff. So we walk in here. Here we'll see the living room. So you know, I've become really basic. I used to work for Sheraton hotels for some years, and I stayed in some of the best hotels in the world. But these days, you know, I don't need a whole lot. I don't need a whole lot. This is actually probably bigger than I need, to be honest, you know. So you go there. There's my desk, where I do my blog and other stuff. With coffee. I love my coffee. Do you know you can actually get an espresso coffee here in Sofia for 30 cents, and really good, classy stuff, you know. So there's a cooking area. I tend to cook quite a lot in the apartment because it just makes me feel more at home, you know. Eating out is incredibly cheap. The other day I had 2 pints of beer, a plate of chips and a plate of meatballs for €5.50. So I'm not saving money by actually cooking inside, but it just makes me feel more at home. But I do go out and eat as well a couple of times a week. So there's the view out. It's a lovely view. I like that actually. And there's a mural on the wall. I'm not quite sure about that. I think it's very interesting. I don't mind it now, but on a dark winter's day, I don't know, would it be a bit depressing? But it definitely is different. So just go in here. And here is the so-called guest room. Got a small window outside. Do we have a look outside? So this is the guest room. I haven't had any guests yet. I did sleep in here one night I got attacked by mosquitoes in the other room, and I decided to come in here because I had a great plan to come in here to escape from them. But God knows, surprise, surprise, mosquitoes can fly. So they actually followed me in and the battle resumed. So that was a really rough night. So that's in here then is the shower, like bathroom. So as I said, I'm really basic these days. The hot water cut out for 4 days. I was going to call the landlady, but you know, I googled it and I read that like during the summer the energy companies cut off hot water like for a couple of days every now and again to do repairs, because it's quite difficult to do that during the summer or during the winter. So I never called my landlady because like it's not like she would be able to fix it, you know. So we just come in here. As I said, it's nice. There's a nice space here. It's probably too big for me, I'll be honest, you know. As I said, I've become very very basic in my old age. Here is my bedroom. Here's my bedroom. Haven't made the bed yet. Yeah, I'm going to make that bed later on. As they say in Spain, no hoy, mañana. Later, tomorrow. So it's got a nice view. There's the bed. There's the bed, and I'm having a bit of war here at the moment with mosquitoes, so I have all my mosquito stuff. So I just spray that every night, and I put the stuff on me, and it's working, thanks for the God, because I've had some really rough nights with mosquitoes here. Just the time of the year, I suppose, you know. But it's working. It's knocking me out, probably, but it's really knocking them out for good. And this is probably one of the weirdest things that I've seen when I came into the apartment. I never knew, but I actually share this passageway with my neighbour. So that's his place. So we're going out here to take a look at the balcony, and it's just recently been raining. That's his place there, and that's my place there with the air conditioning, and give me air conditioning over a seat any day. So it's a really nice view. You can't see it, but straight ahead is Vitosha mountain, and it's on the outskirts of the city, and to the left there is the best area of the city, really. It's Vitosha Boulevard, where all the restaurants and bars are, you know. So I'm right in the thick of it. I said the weather it's been raining today, but it's like late July, and I'm like, the sun will be out pretty soon, and it'll be like 34, 35, like, and it can be quite intense, you know. It's a very intense heat. I do know that Bulgaria suffers from pollution a lot during the winter. I don't know if anyone of a certain age like myself remembers the smog in Ireland from people burning just a regular coal before the smokeless coal came along. I think it's similar here, you know. So it's just something they need to do, but that's during the winter when everyone has like coal fires on. So that's the view. So just go back in. Just go back in. Yeah, the bedroom. I swear I will make that bed later on. I will later. Okay, so just back into the living room, and You know, that's television. I've never used a television. It's really strange. In the last 4 years, I've really stopped watching television. Um, I might go onto a website and watch something like a sports game. Unfortunately, watched Cork hurlers being defeated by Limerick in an amazing game yesterday. That's Irish hurling. So I'll go on and watch stuff like that. But I've really stopped watching TV. It just bored me. So here I am. Sit down here in my sofa. So that's basically a tour. That's basically a tour of where I'm living at the moment. The apartment, just to let you know, is costing 400 a month. Uh, you could get cheaper, but I'm being told where I'm living it would be normally more expensive. But I think the reason it's 400 rather than 500 is because the 104 steps, which is quite I'm thinking I'm getting used to them, but I can actually hear a lift in the apartment next door. Every time I hear the lift, I go, "Oh God, I wish we had one of them." But just as I said, people think that living away is in another city is it's very difficult. It's not. I'm like, if you move from one EU country to another EU country, it's very easy. Legally, you're actually allowed to stay 90 days, and then at some stage after 90 days, you're supposed to go to the police station and just register, but no one does it. No one does it. I lived 4 years in Las Palmas in Gran Canaria, which is Spanish, and I never went to the police station, and everyone else I knew in the same position never went there either. And it's the same here in Bulgaria. Because when you think of it, Bulgaria is one of the poorest countries in the EU. So I'm here, I'm paying rent, I'm buying beer, I'm out having food, I'm buying food in the supermarkets. So I'm not costing Bulgaria anything, but I am spending, you know. So they want that type of business. So just some tips about when I came here, I booked this apartment initially for 1 month on Airbnb because I could look at the reviews, and I've been reading before and I've been reading since. A big problem in Sofia is where people are putting on apartments on websites. Now they're fake apartments or they're real apartments, but a fake person putting on the apartment. So what they're trying to do is wangle like a month's deposit over you. So then you arrive and that person is not here. They didn't loan the apartment, and it just seems to be massive over here. Like I read somewhere that 90% of apartments on websites are fake. So that's why I would never book anything from abroad. I'd have to come here first and get to know someone. But a way around that initially is Airbnb, because Airbnb will sort anything out if there's a problem, you know. So that's so like you can't really book Airbnb for a month in London or Paris or Dublin unless you're very rich. But in very low cost countries you can, you know. It's like, as I said, €400 here. So, and there's reviews, but another thing about Airbnb and reviews, try and pick a one with a lot of reviews, because one problem with Airbnb is that if you do a review, the owner also gets to do a review on you. So what tends to happen with Airbnb, some people won't do bad reviews, even if they're justified, because they'll be half afraid that the owner will do a bad review on them, and that might be unjustified. And what happens is some places, the next place you want to book, they'll read your review, and if it's a bad one about you, they mightn't take you. So, you know, Airbnb can be quite funny, and a lot of people want to do bad reviews but have a fear of getting a bad one back. But so try and pick one with a lot of reviews, and you'll get a good feel for it then. So that's basically a look around my apartment today, and thanks very much for joining, and have a good day. Bye.